Hello stars, welcome back. My name is Aster, and today, well, I guess first off, if you didn't see last week's vlog, I finished my novel. So today I'm going to be reading it. I haven't read it at all. I read the first little bit of the first page, but I finished it Wednesday last week. Today's Monday. I've been trying my best to stay away from it. Today I finally am going to allow myself to read it. That's mainly going to be this week, is reading my novel and starting the editing process. So alright. So I just stopped for a lunch break. I'm on chapter 4. I'm a slow reader, so I don't think I'm going to be able to read this all in one day. But it's crazy, reading my own work. And I'm actually really enjoying it. It's turning out better than I thought it would. I definitely see some places that I want to be like, oh yeah, that's wrong. I need to edit that, change how I worded that, change the tense. But I'm just reading through it all right now before I go back and read through it and actually mark up and try and edit it. Okay, I did take a little break. It's a little after 3:30 now. I'm getting myself a drink and I'm gonna go back upstairs and read a little bit more. I think also I'm not gonna leave it up there. I'll bring the stack of papers down here so I can read just whenever I feel like it, so I don't have to go up to my office every time. But my dog, who loves going upstairs but loves me more, so he's been down here all day because of that. Sorry. I'm on chapter 6 right now. I still, out of 25, so when I say that, you should generally know that it's not like a 30-40 chapter thing. This is as much as I have read, and this is as much as I have left to read. I still have quite a bit left to read, but I'm like a third the way in, a little under. Sorry, I was doing the math in my head. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to show you, in terms of my reactions to things. Because there are a few scenes that I feel like I'm gonna read and be like, there's some scenes that I know I'm gonna have strong reactions to, but other scenes I'm just like, okay, so this is how it's going. I'm like more so dissecting my writing than reading, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm taking this little by little. I'm on chapter 8 now. I'm gonna take another little break. I was just gonna be like, oh, I really like it. It's my book, of course I like it. There are some things I'm noticing that definitely need to be edited out, but for this read through, I think I've already said this, I just want to read it, and see, does the plot make sense? Are there any big major scenes that I need to add in or move around, and figure that out, but don't actually do anything yet. I just want to read it through once. But when I come back and edit it later, there are a few things. Specifically, if you've seen my other reading vlogs, you would have seen that I was kind of unsure with the romance section, especially when I first started writing the second draft. I thought I was gonna have to go back in and really add in attention. So at this point in the novel, as I'm reading it through, I think I add in, this is such a weird thing to say, but I add in, Tori, my main character, noticing or mentioning that Eli is kind of objectively attractive, but there's two ways I could fix that. I could either cut it out, I think, what was this last one I just read? Eli sighed as he moved his hand from the back of his neck up through his hair, messing it up in an annoyingly attractive way. I could, like in a scene like that, I would just take out that in an annoyingly attractive way. But there are other scenes, or other lines where I mention he's attractive, but I could change it and instead, like, don't say that he's attractive at all, but just mention, like, features that she notices. I feel like that would be an easier way. That would be a better way, because she's not just being, oh my god, he's so hot the whole time. It would more be like she's noticing the little things, and I feel like that builds more tension than just calling him attractive all the time. But yeah, I thought, honestly, that I wasn't doing that a lot. I thought that towards the beginning of the book, their relationship seemed more platonic than it did romantic. At the beginning of the book, it is more platonic than it is romantic, but I thought I was writing it in a way that when I read it, wouldn't be able to imagine them getting into a romantic relationship. I'm pleasantly surprised with myself. I definitely see some stuff to fix, but that's good, because one thing I learned in my college level creative writing classes was that if you see things and you're like, oh, you want to fix that, and you have enough stuff to, like, write in notes, like, oh, you fix this and this and it'd be a great book, it's better than not having anything to say at all. Like, if you just read it, I'm like, wow, this is horrible. That's not like a fix a few things and it'll be great. That's like a you have to rewrite it kind of thing. But if it's, you read most of it like, this is great, but just fix this and it'll be better. And it'll be better. I think that's probably, that piece of advice is what made it so easy for me to get into the editing process and to not be scared of it. Is because if people have something to say about my work, that means they see the potential in it. Good morning. Actually, it's more like afternoon now. Last time you saw me, it was Monday. It is currently Thursday now. I know, it's been a bit. I worked full days the last 2 days, so I didn't record, but I was able to read some while at work yesterday because it was a really slow day. I'm definitely past halfway now. After I finish reading this, I'm going to read through it again, but I'm bringing a pen to it and actually doing the edits. I'm not letting myself do any edits this time. I'm just reading through it and making sure generally it makes sense. Hi, he's looking at me like I'm crazy. Like I'm crazy? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm weird? But yeah, I literally just finished reading it. Oh, I love it. Okay, there are definitely in my mind, I know edits and fixes that I need. I might add one more scene in there, but I think generally it's good. I don't need to move any scenes around. I think most of them are pretty well placed. Of course, I'll get other people's opinions on that. But I'm so happy. Like, oh my gosh. And that ending, I was really unsure about the ending. I was like, I thought it was maybe a bit too much, because I think I've said this before, but I really want this to be a series. Like, I want there to be more than one book, so that I have that in mind while writing this, because in my head, it's too much to be one novel. But, like, I was so worried that it was, like, too much of a cliffhanger. Like, I left it too ambiguous, but I do think that this is a really good, I think it's a good spot to end it. I don't know what literary agents will think of it. I'll have to get their opinion on it. There is one thing, like one thing alone that I can like take out instead of putting it at the end of this one, put it at the first of the next one, and that would make it more of a like solid ending, and they might like that. So I do already have that fix in mind for when I actually start to query. But oh my god. I can't believe it. Like, okay, I'm gonna do something else, and then I will just sit down and talk to you guys about just general thoughts after being able to read through my novel. Okay? I'll see you in a bit. So I just ran out and I got myself some nails, and I've already totally ruined up their spacing, but yeah, I thought I'd do my nails as I talk to you guys about the process of reading through my book, because it's so surreal. It took me 2 days to read it. I read it Monday, which you saw. I read it a little bit at work. I worked an 8-hour shift, but I didn't read all day. I only read a couple hours, and then I read a couple hours today. So I guess more like 1.5 days. I really wasn't sure what to expect, because this is my first novel, the first novel I've ever finished. And it was more cohesive than I thought it was going to be, which is so nice. I feel like I have hardly any work to do. Like, I thought I was gonna have to move scenes around, add scenes, delete scenes, and I might still. I'll get other people's opinions on that. But from my perspective, I think it went very well. Now I get to take a pen to it. Okay, I know I said I was gonna do reading vlogs more once I finished my book, but like, I'm not in the mood to read, I'm in the mood to write. So I think I'm going to, next week's vlog will probably be me like going through it, like reading it again, but with a pen and crossing out, adding stuff in, which is honestly the part I'm so excited for, because I love to see manuscripts that are all marked up. I feel like those are so pretty. I also don't multitask very often, so I don't know why I decided this was going to be a good idea, because this is like absolutely, definitely multitasking. The TikTok I actually posted today was from a line that I wrote in there that I didn't remember writing. There were so many of those, like so many good lines that I just read and just freaked out, because I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I wrote that? This one wasn't like anything big. It was just like one of Elijah's chapters. Elijah's the main character, usually goes by Eli, but it was one of his chapters. And he goes to see Tori, my female main character, and enters her room, sees her sitting there, and he's just like, after description of her, because this is one of the only times we see her as not her, and he's just immediately like, she's so pretty. He's a golden retriever, so that's very like him. Oh yeah, for reference, if you guys are new here, my novel is a cozy romantasy, and it follows a girl from Earth and a boy not from Earth who goes to Earth and kidnaps her while they go on magical adventures on this new world. The new world is called Sidereal, which is also the name of the book. I don't say that very often, not for any particular reason, I just don't. I'm used to calling it New World, Project New World, that's what it was called when I didn't have the name yet. They meet some friendly people, they meet some not so friendly people, and while they're on these adventures, they meet some monsters. It's fantasy. A big thing in here is like a found family. Sorry, I'm still getting very distracted. Okay, saying this is gonna make it seem like I didn't have any friends, but I did. I always wanted just that like group of people that it just seemed like you belonged with them. They belonged with you. I loved that, and I wanted that. And so found family is actually quite common in my books. That's, I think, probably one of my favorite tropes, just finding people that you just relate to and that just understand you. I'm so excited. I have scenes in mind to add. Actually, I have one scene in mind to add. I did notice, though, while reading through my novel, it felt like towards the end, the chapters were getting shorter, and I don't know if that's actually the case, but I was definitely enjoying myself more towards the end. I thought I was gonna like the beginning more, like I thought I was more into it at the beginning, but then I got to the end and I'm like, oh my god, this is so much better than the beginning. Like, it's because obviously the tension and it's speeding up. Ideally, again, this will be a series, and I really hope that whoever I end up being like working with for this book will find people who will let me do it. Hopefully I can find people who will let me do it. But yeah, okay, I'll be back when... Okay, I'm back home now. It's been like 2 hours. I got so distracted while doing my nails and trying to talk. But yeah, what I was saying earlier, I thought the best of my writing was the beginning, and that it kind of got worse towards the end because I was unsure how I wanted it to go, how much to leave in,
because it's the ending that changed mostly from when I was 16 to now. It's cozy, so it's a bit slower. It's vibes mostly when they go on missions, they're meeting people, Tori's learning how things work. But then once I got to like the halfway point and things really started happening, it was like damn. I was impressed. I'm impressed with myself. And I know querying is going to be the longest part. I still only have one author that I really want to, one literary agent that I really want to query to. I've never done this process, and it's not talked about a lot on author and writing YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and all that. So I'm not really sure how to go about it or how to find literary agents. And I hear a lot just like, oh, find literary agents that usually represent books similar to yours. I don't read cozy fantasy very much. The only one that I did read and that I absolutely loved was Assistant to the Villain, which I've talked about this. It's the one that really made me be like, yeah, I want this to be a cozy fantasy. And so he's that literary agent who did that book. He's the one that I really want to query to. And he is open for queries, so I'm really hoping things just work out. But I'm sure that they probably won't, and that I'm probably going to need to find some other people. But yeah, I don't know. So that's definitely gonna be the hardest part. Okay, so it is Friday, but that's okay. Today I'm gonna actually start editing the book, and I'm so excited. Words can't even describe. Also, for some reason, orange is just the pen I use for this, but I use it all. It's the pen I started using when I started doing draft 2, so yeah, it's the pen I'm gonna continue using on draft 2. Sorry, I have my hands full. Alright, so I just came back downstairs, obviously. I just did the first 2 chapters, and I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do like a chapter every day. It's May 2nd right now. That would, being 25 chapters, that would allow me to finish it by the end of this month. At least finish doing the editing. And of course, if I feel like doing more than 1 chapter in the day, I could absolutely do that. Especially since I think the chapters get shorter the farther I go in the novel. I think that's it. I think that's all. I think that's where I'm gonna end this vlog this week too, because it is Friday, so I don't think I'm really gonna do anything else. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. I can't believe I finished my novel. So exciting. And honestly, like, I don't feel down at all after editing, crossing things out. If you saw in the last clip, the first page, I'm rewriting that first scene entirely. So I'm completely fine with that though. I knew I wanted to do that as soon as I started reading through it. But that makes me so happy because it's growing and it is improving, and edits just make me feel that way. I hear so often that authors hate editing. It's like the editing phase is the worst, it gets you so down in the dumps, but I don't think of it that way. It makes me quite happy because I can see it all coming together. Everything in my mind is like converging into one thing. That's a thing that I'm proud of. So anyways, I'll see you guys next week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, stick around for more of my journey while I try and publish this novel that I have written. Okay, bye-bye!